Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Friday, July 17th, 2015, around 3:36 in the afternoon, Belleville, Massachusetts. Mixing sun and clouds today, low humidity, which is pretty good. Humidity is going to be creeping back up the next few days. Could make a run in 90 on Sunday in Boston. Still looking for its first 90-degree day. A lot of them are predicting 90, but we'll wait and see. Some news to report. The Atlanta Braves have announced that they re-signed manager Freddie Gonzalez to a one-year contract extension through 2016. And also there's been talk that Jonathan Papelbon of the Philadelphia Phillies is on the trading block and the Toronto Blue Jays are interested. And that's about it on the news. My second video subject of the day is the review of the updated version of the classic Goodson-Todman game show Match Game. This version of the Match Game happened in 1990, from July 16th, 1990 through July 12th, 1991 on ABC. Match Game was revived, and it was the first of 7 revived game shows that would come out in 1990-1991. The Match Game, this version of the Match Game, was originally going to be hosted by Bert Convy, who hosted such classic game shows as Tattletale, Super Password, Win, Lose, or Draw, and Third Degree. Then he taped a week worth of pilots in the fall of 1989, and when ABC ordered the green light to have Match Game in production in May of 1990, a few weeks before, Bert Convy suffered a fall, and it was diagnosed with a brain tumor, which he passed away in July 1991. So he had to bow out hosting the Match Game 1990, and the producers were even considering bringing Gene Rabin back, the longtime host of Match Game, but Gene was 72 years old, and the last 2 game shows he did after the Match Game's Hollywood Squares Hour and Break the Bank, he had problems with the producers and stuff like that, and some other producers didn't want to bring him back, and ABC did not really want a host who was 72 years old, and the producers of Match Game selected Rush Schaefer as its host of the new Match Game, and it premiered on July 16th, 1990 in the death slot of noontime. Most ABC stations preempted Match Game for their local news, or some of the stations that preempted it, they were shown on an independent station. I know Boston's WCVV Channel 5 showed local news at noontime, so Match Game was seen in Boston on WHLL Channel 27, and most ABC affiliates in New England preempted it, except I think Channel 8 in Poland Springs, Maine, WMTW, didn't preempt it and stuff. And this has how Match Game was played in 1990 versions. The beginning of it, they had all the 6 stars with their faces and stuff, and the announcer was Gene Wood for most of the series of Match Game 1990-1991, but Bob Hilton did selected weeks and stuff, and they said get ready to match the stars, and they show all the 3 sides of the face of the stars, and the theme music of Match Game was kind of a jazzy version of the updated one of the classic one in the 1970s and stuff, and the set of Match Game was kind of a little bit futuristic. They had the neon green sign of Match Game and stuff like that, and this is how Match Game was played. The first round, they would have the 2 contestants, champion and the returning challengers, would ask questions A and B, and contestants had to match the stars with the correct answer instead, and they would get $50 for each correct match. And after the first round was played, then they had a new little bit of a twist and a wrinkle. It was matchup. The players could select any celebrity they want, and they could match up stuff, and they would get $50 for it. 30 seconds to match up as many words as they could for correct answers. And then round 2, they answered questions again from match game questions, and they answered if they got the questions right, they would get $50 and stuff like that. And then they had the final matchup, which would be 45 seconds, and this time it was double to $100 and stuff like that. The contestant with the most money at the end of this round would win the game, but if the contestants were tied, they would have a tie-breaking matchup, which the contestant could have the option of taking it or having the other contestant taking it. If they chose the option of taking it, and if they got it wrong, the other contestant would win the game automatically and stuff. And then the winning contestant would go on to the bonus round, the super match, and this was played the same way as the original super match bonus round of the 1970s match game. The top answer, they had to poll your best response to blank this, and the best number 1 answer got $500, and number 2 answer got $250, and number 3 answer got $100. Within the first few months, they upped the lower 2 amounts. They upped the third most correct response to $200, the second most correct response to $300. They had $500 stay the same. If they did not get any of the answers on the top 3, they would get a consolation thing of $50, but that was up to $100 in a few weeks. And then they would go to the star wheel, and they would play for the minimum amount of what they won. And the star wheel actually had a little bit of it didn't have the stick, didn't spin it. They had like kind of a little pointed thing on it, and they could spin it, and whichever star they would land on, they would play the matchup with them, like the head-to-head matchup. If it landed on a circle, that they could win for double, so that possibility could have been there for $10,000 and stuff like that. Same as the original Star Wheel version on the original match game and stuff. And if they got the question right, they won the money. If they got the question wrong, they didn't get the money, but they would play. They would continue to play for the maximum 5 times. So potentially, a winning contestant on this match game could, if they won all the bonus rounds for like $10,000, they could win over $50,000 plus what they won in like the gameplay and stuff like that, because ABC did not have a limit of how much a contestant could win on a game show and stuff. So that's something. And the only regular to appear on this version of Match Game was Charles Nelson Riley, who originally appeared on the 70s version of the Match Game, the 70s and 80s. But from time to time, they would have other like Match Game panelists from the past, like Betty White or Brett Summers a few weeks, Marsha Wallace, Vicki Lawrence, Jimmy Walker, Dick Martin. Plus, they had other celebrities. Many of them were stars of ABC shows and stuff. Some of them were soap operas ones. They didn't have Richard Dawson as a regular. He never appeared on this version of Match Game, or Patty Deutsch, or Fannie Flagg, or Gary Berghoff, or Bill Daly, or Elaine Joyce and stuff. They had a few of them. And I heard something that they got at least decent ratings, Match Game 1990, for the ABC affiliates that was showing them and stuff. And I heard in January of 1991, ABC actually gave a cancellation notice to like the home show, which was proceeding at 11 a.m. And they were going to move Match Game to like the 11 a.m. time slot, and also have another game show at 11:30 that they shot a pilot for. It was kind of an updated version of Body Language called Body Talk with Vicki Lawrence as host. But like I heard, ABC did not like Body Talk, like the Body Talk pilot and stuff, and they kind of reneged on the. They decided to renew the home show anyway and stuff like that. The final Match Game episode for ABC was actually aired in May 10th, 1991, and Ross Schaefer said that it was going to be the last episode on ABC, but he says that Match Game was going to move to another network, presumably CBS, for the 1991-1992 season. The final 2 months of Match Game on ABC were reruns of previous episodes of like the series and stuff like that. And CBS almost was going to bring Match Game to like their network, presumably for 10:30 in the morning and stuff like that, but they decided to show like reruns of like Family Feud and stuff, which they aired on it right now. And this version of Match Game 1990 was, decent and stuff. They had to add the matchup link go to this for this, because I didn't think they stopped really straddling games and stuff like that for game shows on network television by this time and stuff like that. The original Match Game in the 70s and stuff, the object, they played 2 rounds and they had like circles and triangles and stuff like that. And they had a match like up to like 6 circles or triangles for each celebrity contestants doing that and stuff. So I didn't think they would straddle this game, the games and stuff like that. So they had to go with that. And also I thought Ross Schaefer did a pretty good job hosting Match Game 1990 and stuff like that. He wasn't Gene Rabin, but he was pretty good and stuff like that. And Charles Nelson Riley as the only cast member from the original Match Game to appear on most of this was pretty, okay and stuff like that. But I would have loved to see maybe Brett Summers on there like more often most of the time. But I heard she was feeling like not that great. And also Betty White appeared from time to time. They couldn't get like Elaine Joyce or Patty Deutsch and stuff to maybe be a semi-regular and stuff like that. Or Richard Dawson would have never done it and stuff like that. And as all of these game shows that were revived in 1990, from the 7 of them, with like Let's Make a Deal, Joker's Wild Tic-Tac-Toe, To Tell the Truth, Quiz Kids Channel, Nolan's $100,000 Pyramid, I thought Match Game was like the best of them all, because they revived a classic, adding a new twist and stuff. It should have lasted maybe a couple of years and stuff, but giving them the deft noontime slot on ABC was awful and stuff. And they should have went to CBS in like 1991 and stuff, but they couldn't get a deal done. So that's about it on Match Game 1990. Be back for the third and final video blog of the night, which will be about is can the Snake Stabler of Pro Football Hall of Fame, the quarterback who just recently passed away, spend most of his career with the Raiders. Have a good day, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Keep calm, and I'm a Julie Bratton guy. See you later, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.